for Ejiso, John Kuma, may his soul rest in perfect peace. And so Max was unable to deliver the very amazing content that he had put together for Focus on Ghana. And I thought, look, we need to focus on these things that he's talking about, especially when Max told me that he was going to have a conversation with a tour guide about our trip to Okuga and all of that. And I said, no, we need to actually let the world know about it, because the deadline for the registration for our Eastern Cup adventure is tomorrow, I think. Yeah, it's actually, it's next week rather. Okay, right. It's very getting close, but I understand the bus is getting filled up. Yeah. So if you haven't bought your ticket, well, we'll give you a good reason why you should join this trip. Maxwell, good to see you again.
How good to see you, Lexis.
A little earlier, you were a little sad. You were almost moved to tears when you heard the news of John Kuma passing. Yeah. In fact, you told me how you were having a conversation with a friend about him just yesterday.
So this friend of mine lives in Cuba. And she was asking me, because she knows I'm in journalism space. She was asking me, I said, "Oh, Maxwell, who do you think is going to partner Baumia?" And I was like,
in the vice presidential slot,
And I was like, some names have actually come up,
and she including was like, John Kuma.
Exactly. And she said, there in Cuba, they've been hearing John Kuma a lot.
Oh, I see.
They've also heard some other names. So it was really strange. She was the first person actually to get back to me this afternoon, and was like, "Hey, what am I hearing about John Kuma?"
Wow.
And I was quite surprised that we just spoke about him yesterday, and then today he's gone.
It's really sad. I'm seeing videos from his family home and from his constituents,
a lot of wailing,
and it's really sad.
I mean, if you meet him, he's a down-to-earth person, very down-to-earth.
Absolutely.
I mean, in terms of how he even relates to media people, very down-to-earth. If he misses your call, he's going to call back, text you and say, "Hey, bro, I missed your call. Sorry, I was in a meeting. Can we do this interview tomorrow or maybe over the weekend or something?" It's
very
really
nice
sad that
guy,
he's gone.
All-round nice guy. And very young.
Very young.
Mean, to die at 46.
That's the sad part of it.
That's really sad and
that's
unfortunate.
The sad part of it.
May his soul rest in peace, and condolences to the family, friends, associates, members of parliament who actually adjourned sitting today after they heard the news. Yes,
the speaker himself, if you're monitoring the Facebook streaming on the Parliament of Ghana's Facebook page, he slammed into his chair when they whispered into his ears that this is what has happened. It's sad.
Anyway,
really sad,
So I thought that you would still need to tell us a bit about our trip to the Eastern Camp Adventure.
Exactly.
And especially a bit about the Ukugwa, which today we're going to talk about. Is that it?
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the Ukugwa, and then we're also going to discover the meanings of the names of some communities that we have here in Accra and other places. On Tuesday, we actually started with Bukum. We also got to know the meaning of Makola. And Makola actually has a very interesting, meaning. And Laye Bonny was actually the man who gave us that history of Makola. And for those who did not join that lesson that we had on the show, he said that Makola really at the time, so there was a cattle booming business around the area called Cow Lane. Cow Lane, he said, because a lot of the people who had moved into the area were into cattle business, so they were moving their cattle in the narrow lanes, within that area. And that boom in the cattle business within the Cow Lane area also came with the chichenga business, the kebab business. So what happened during the time was those chichenga sellers, those kebab sellers, would do business deep into the night, and sometimes we'll close, very late, sometimes in the wee hours of the morning. So in the morning, some of the women who lived around the Gamashi area, will move straight to the area to actually pick some of their burning coals, which at that time they had not extinguished. So they'll just go and pick some of the burning coals to go and set their own fire, back at home. So when they get to that area within the Cow Lane, they will say, "Mimba Makola, I'm coming to pick fire." La in Ghana is fire. Right. Mako is, pick or take. So when they come, they go like, "Oh, I'm coming to pick fire." Remember Makola. Makola. And then it turned to Makola. So interesting education he gave us. He told us about Jolu as well. But today he's going to tell us about La, Teshi, and some other places. I think he joins us right now. Hello, Ni.
How are you?
Yes. So Nilai Boni is actually the organizing secretary of the Tour Guides Association of Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I was just telling Lexis that on Tuesday we had the lesson. Yeah. Today
Lexis is my friend. He knows who is talking, man.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
Hey, so nice to hear from you. How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. Good, brother.
So nice to
we're
have
always
you
in
on
business
here.
and
Yes.
trying to put Ghana on the map there.
Absolutely.
So we're doing our best.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, you're welcome.
Glad to have
that's
you.
all.
Yeah, glad to have you. And we are lucky actually to be on the drive time. Lexis has given us some time on the drive time. We're glad to have you here.
That's great.
Yeah. So let's start with what do you want to start with? Should we start with Teshi?
Teshi. Teshi is actually a small community that grew up from La, where people know as Labadi. And today we'll know why it is not called Labadi, but it's called La.
Okay.
So Teshi is actually a rocky area. And these people at that time had issues with the La people. So they moved there. It's actually a family that moved into that area. And then they stayed under those rocks there. And rock in Ga means te. So they were living under the rocks there. That is what brought the name Teshi.
Oh.
Teshishi. Under the rock.
Teshi. Okay.
Under the rock.
Okay.
So that is how come the name has corrupted. And it's today we are calling it Teshi. But the word itself is Teshishi. Under the rock.
Okay.
Teshishi.
Interesting.
So that's what brought the Teshi that we are all calling Teshi today.
Okay.
You know, and this is a community that came out of La. You know, and then La, people refer to it as Labadi. Don't confuse. Labadi Beach Hotel is a brand name.
Okay.
Labadi La is a town. So Labadi people, because of the way the British were seeing us at that time, we were fighting against the British a lot. And actually, we were helping the Osu people. La people are very good stone throwers. They will go and then help the Osu people to hit against the British soldiers. So by that time, you know, the sun rises and everything, they have a couple of them having their heads broken down, their hides or any places. And they refer to the people from La as La people are bad. And that's what brought the Labadi.
Okay.
But the name La is because of the god that they worship during those days. They worship the fire god. The fire god. And that is what they brought to the community. And that's why you hear people calling them the La people, the La people. So it was the British that corrupted it into Labadi that we know today, that we are not calling again. But La means because of the gods that they were worshiping, the fire god that brought the name La.
Interesting. Because, you know, I've had friends telling me that don't say Labadi because Labadi is derogatory, sounds derogatory.
Exactly.
And they never told me, you know, the history behind it.
Why? Yes, so that is the history behind it. It was the British that brought the Labadi and people are calling all the time. Yeah.
Interesting. What about Nungwa? Nungwa
is actually a phrase. Numa. Scented water. At that time, there was a stream along that line, and it has this perfume, you know, smell that comes. At that time, you know, population are not grown into what we have today. So, Nungba, and then people corrupted it into Nungwa that we have today. So it's actually a stream that was around that area that has this very nice scent that brought that. So Nu, in Ghana parlance, it's water. Ma means scented, but it was corrupted into Nungwa. But the actual word is Numa, scented water. That's the meaning or the meaning of Nungwa today.
Interesting. So now we know of La, Teshi, and then Labadi, right? Hey, wait.
It's
La.
not Labadi.
No.
It's La.
La.
That's where I come from. So
okay, I see. What about Odoko?
Odoko area is also part of the Gan area, but there was a stream that passes through that area, and then it's referred as the Odo River, that passes around that area. But in that area specifically, there were red marbles under the water. It was clean, fresh water. You could see to the bottom of the water. Like today, people will travel to Maldives and Tanzania to go and see all those beautiful shores of water. That is how the water was around that area. So the marbles that were underneath were reddish, and it reflects into the water. So the people were saying, well, the Odo River is red. Odo Koko, that was corrupted into Odoko today.
Wow, that's quite interesting, huh?
Yeah, very interesting.
I see.
Very interesting. What about Jamestown?
Jamestown is the heart and soul of Accra. And Jamestown came about with the British also. When they built a fort there and they named it after King James II in British. At that time, Gold Coast was their colony. And then they were trying to get territories all over these areas. So they built the fort there and then named it after the King James II in British. And that is how come the area took the name Jamestown, because it was popular in those times.
Interesting.
So that's how come Jamestown town also came about.
Okay. I see.
I
see. Good to know. Good to know, and thanks so much, for this education. In fact, there's an area in the Western region. I always say that I can't mention the name of that community on radio around this time. It's in the Western region, but I'm sure those who know. I've been yearning.
Be careful about that.
No. I'm not even mentioning it on radio. I'm not even mentioning it, but I've been curious about the meaning of that town, but I'm not going to mention it on radio. Maybe
don't worry, we will do it behind the scenes later.
Exactly. So hopefully Monday we got to talk to you on Monday again. Yeah.
Okay, my brother.
This time on Focus on Ghana. Okay.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, bro. We're
thank you, Lexis. Shout out
welcome.
to all the guys in there.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Great
So.
stuff.
Yeah, so you just heard from Nilaye Boni. Nilaye Boni is the organizing secretary for the Tour Guides Association of Ghana. But Lexus, we've been warming up for the Eastern Camp Adventure.
Absolutely.
16th and the 17th of March. We just cannot wait with Eastern Camp on the Bri Mountains. Huh. Yeah. And the other time you were in the studio, we were testing the food, in the studio.
Bro, that food was fire. The chef is a legend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember how good it tasted, and I just can't wait for the main one. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I want the iceberg itself, huh? Yeah.
And we are going to be in the kitchen. We told him we're going to be in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. We have to help. He needs hands.
Exactly.
You understand?
All hands on deck.
Tomorrow, I'm going to warm up at Cal Bank head office.
Hey.
Yeah, we're doing International Women's Day cooking. I'm cooking tomorrow at Cal Bank.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's to warm up. To prepare for the original
Curtain raiser.
Later on the mountain. But I mean, this trip is going to be really exciting. If you're listening and you haven't bought your ticket yet, do so right now. Dial star 714 star 003 hash. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Star 714 star 003 hash. You can save a spot now. You pay via Momo to 059 303 8842. 059 303 8842. And the name on the Momo is Daniel Boyfield of the Multimedia Group. And please reference Joy Camp or VAR short code star 714 star 003 hash. For more information, you can call 030 221 6540. 030 2216540. And by just paying 1,500 Ghana cedis, 16th to 17th March, 1 night, 2 days, you get free transportation, you get comfortable tent accommodation, access to tourist sites, grand welcome with drinks, full board meals, a cinema, waterfalls, visit to Ukugwa, jungle party with barbecue, Safari Valley, Echo Park with lunch, movie night, Jama night, hiking, board games, quad biking, and plenty giveaways. You can't afford to miss out. So yeah, Lexus.
I'm looking forward to the barbecue in the jungle.
I'm looking forward to the Jama night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. It's going to be good.
I remember back at the University of Ghana those days, Commonwealth Hall, the Vandals, early in the morning, Saturday morning,
Morale,
charging,
morale.
I can't wait for that.
Well, Rookie in Hacho just sent a message that we're going to her hometown, Okugwa.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah.
see,
that's
rookie.
nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
And I think at some point we'll tell the story of Okugwa as well.
That's true. That's going to come
on,
up. Yeah.
on Focus on Ghana,
On Focus on
hopefully,
Ghana, yeah.
with Maxwell Agbagba. But yeah, if you haven't signed up to be a part of this tour, there's still enough time to do that. I'll confirm the deadline. I understand the spots are filling out. If you have actually paid and you have a receipt, take a screenshot of it and send it to us on WhatsApp, okay? So that we can confirm your spot. So just take a screenshot of your payment if you have paid, if you have signed up, and you have not been called or you have not been confirmed. If your spot has not been confirmed, please take a screenshot and send it to us on 055 1111 997, and the team will get in touch with you, confirm your spot, and then we're good to go. But it's a trip you need to come with the whole family. Come with mom, dad, the kids. Let them see a bit of Ghana. Let them explore a little bit, learn a bit more about Ghana. There's going to be some time also at the Safari Valley Eco Park, I understand, which is a very wonderful spot.
Yeah. You get
very
to see
lovely spot.
Yeah. Proper
Yeah.
safari.
Yeah.
There. That place also. You don't want to miss out on that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, we have an exciting Ghana month ahead, and you don't want to be left out. So one more time, Max, maybe you can share with us exactly what the Eastern Camp adventure entails.
Yes, so that one we're going to pitch camp on the Ebri Mountains. We're going to pitch camp on the Ebri Mountains. So at night, you can take your Instagram-worthy photos. Yes, at night. You have an aerial view of the whole of Accra. You get to sleep there. And on the side, we have Jama night, we have kebab, we have barbecue, we have jungle party. Everything is happening, there up there on the mountains. And you're going to be safe because our security men are up to the task. They're just waiting for you. And the food, you had Lexis.
Oh, the food is great.
You just have to taste it.
Good Ghana food. Good Ghana. Proper Ghana
Proper
food.
one.
Oh, I mean, they brought some nice beans.
The gobe. Oh, my God. Charlie!
There's some light soup.
The gobe really touched my soul.
Oh.
Davi on the University of Ghana campus. Those days, every morning we go there. I said Davi was the okay. Let me just go there. No, Davi is still the best though, but I mean the one I tasted here, Charlie.
It was something else. Max,
Yeah,
Charlie,
Lexis.
thank you so much. I'm grateful
Thanks.
you came by to share your
Thanks,
spot
thanks,
with
thanks
us.
for having us.
We're
also on the
happy
show.
that you shared this good information with us. It's Ghana month, and we're excited about the Focus on Ghana.
Definitely, thanks.
Maxwell Agbagba on Joy 99.7 FM. Today's your birthday, Teresa Ankoma. Happy birthday.